I had always considered our marriage strong. We had been together for years, through thick and thin. Life wasn't perfect, but it was ours, or at least I thought it was. It was an ordinary evening when everything changed. We had just finished dinner and were sitting on the couch. The TV was playing in the background, but neither of us was paying much attention. She had been acting a little distant lately, but I brushed it off. Work had been stressful for both of us, and maybe that was the reason for her mood. Out of nowhere, she turned to me, her face unusually serious. "Can we talk?" she asked, her voice soft but steady. I knew that tone. It wasn't a casual request. It was the kind of tone she used when something important was about to be discussed. I put my phone down and gave her my full attention. "Of course," I replied, trying to sound calm, even though my stomach had already begun to twist. She hesitated for a moment, as if weighing her words carefully. "I've been thinking a lot lately," she began, "and I think it's time we talk about something important." I nodded, waiting for her to continue. "I've decided I want to start dating other men." I blinked, my mind racing. The room seemed to go silent. Her words echoed in my head, but they didn't make sense. I struggled to process what she had just said. My heart began to pound. "Wait, what?" I asked, my voice barely audible. She looked at me, her eyes calm, almost detached. "I think I need something different. I've been feeling stuck. Our relationship isn't enough for me anymore. I need more excitement in my life, and so I'm going to start dating other men." I couldn't believe it. I must have misunderstood her, right? This couldn't be happening. My brain scrambled to make sense of what was unfolding before me. My wife, my partner, my confidant, was telling me that she no longer wanted to be with me in the way I thought we were. She wanted to date other men, and she was already planning to start tonight. I tried to speak, but no words came out. My mouth felt dry, like all the air had been sucked out of the room. My mind was a whirlwind of confusion, hurt, and disbelief. "You're serious, aren't you?" I finally managed to say. She nodded. "Yes, I'm serious. I've already made plans with someone. I just wanted to be honest with you about it." I was stunned. The world seemed to stop around me. I didn't know how to react. Every emotion I had felt in our marriage, every memory we had shared, came crashing down around me. How had I missed this? How could she be so calm, so sure, while I was falling apart inside? "But what does that mean for us?" I asked, struggling to find the right words. "What does this mean for our marriage?" She sighed, looking away for a moment before meeting my eyes again. "I'm not sure yet, but I need to explore this. I need to see if I'm missing something. Maybe this is the end for us, or maybe not. I don't know. I just know I need to do this." Her words hit me like a punch to the gut. I had always known she had her own thoughts and desires, but I never imagined she would take this step. It wasn't just about wanting something more, it was about choosing to step outside of our relationship in such an obvious way. "Tonight?" I asked, my voice breaking slightly. "You're meeting someone tonight?" She nodded again, her expression unreadable. "Yes, it's already set up. I need to do this, and I don't want to hide it from you anymore." I couldn't stop myself from shaking my head. "But why?" I whispered. "Why now? Why didn't you tell me earlier? We could have talked about this." "I've been thinking about it for a long time," she said, her voice quiet but firm. "I didn't want to hurt you, but I also didn't want to keep living a lie. I need something else, something new, and it's not about you not being enough. It's just about me needing something that I can't get from our relationship right now." Her words sliced through me. and I felt a coldness take over. I wanted to scream, to tell her she was making a mistake, but I couldn't. It was like my body had betrayed me, leaving me numb and helpless. The woman I had trusted, the woman I thought I knew better than anyone, was telling me she wanted to be with someone else, and there was nothing I could do to stop her. Are you are you in love with someone else? I asked, barely able to form the words. She looked at me, her eyes soft but distant. I'm not sure. Maybe. But that's not really the point. I need to find out. I can't keep pretending I'm happy if I'm not. And I can't expect you to just accept it either. I could feel my heart breaking with every word she spoke. She wasn't asking for permission. She wasn't apologizing. She was just telling me this was happening and nothing I could say or do would change it. Is this the end of us? I asked, my voice shaky. Are you done with me? She hesitated for a moment, then slowly shook her head. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't want it to be over, but I can't promise that we can go back to what we had. I need to figure out who I am outside of this marriage. Her words hung in the air, thick with finality. I didn't know what to say. I felt like I was losing her right in front of me, and there was nothing I could do about it. She had already made up her mind. She had already chosen this path, and all I could do was watch her walk down it. As she stood up to get ready to leave, I felt a lump form in my throat. So, you're really going to do this? I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. She nodded, her expression unreadable. I have to. With that, she turned and walked toward the door. The sound of her footsteps was deafening, each one echoing in the silence of the room. I watched her go, my mind still trying to process what had just happened. And then, just like that, the door closed behind her, and I was alone. Alone in a world that no longer felt familiar. Alone with the knowledge that my wife had chosen something else, someone else, over me. As I sat there in the silence, the weight of everything began to crush me. My marriage, my trust, my future, all of it was unraveling before my eyes, and there was nothing I could do to stop it.